If you're in the market for a compact vehicle, the Hyundai Elantra may be already on your list. So which one do you get? Well, if you want to go with something a little bit more basic that offers a lot of value, you have the Essential that starts at just under $18,000 Canadian. However, if you want something a little bit more full-featured, you definitely want to have a look at this. This is the Elantra N Line, and in my opinion, this is the one to get. The first thing you'll notice on the N Line is the appearance. It definitely has a different look, a sportier look than the other Elantras. Starting at the front, you have an N Line specific grille. I like how Hyundai is really starting to use a lot of geometric shapes, and they just play with different angles. This looks so deep. You get this black grille here, and then on either side they have these chevrons or these crescents that point toward the center. Everything works really, really well. You get standard LED projector headlamps on the N Line. Now, wheel sizes on the Elantra start at 15-inch, 16 and 17-inch on the Ultimate, but when you go to the N Line, you get 18-inch wheels. They look really good with this red color. You'll notice some N Line badging on the vehicle. You also have a lot of black accents like on the mirror caps, the side sills running down on the bottom here. The N Line comes standard with a proximity key, so just hit that button to lock and unlock the vehicle. It also comes with push button start as well. I actually like the look of the base Elantra in the rear. I like all the angles, and that deck lid actually looks like it's kind of like a spoiler. It's got a short little deck lid. This N Line adds in a black little lip spoiler. It's actually not that little. It even accentuates it even more. I think it looks really good. You get standard LED tail lamps. I like how they're housed in this clear housing here, and this light goes straight across. It's very, very seamless. Also, you get twin chrome exhaust on here and an N Line specific rear diffuser. Now, if I get a little bit closer, you can hear it's beeping because the smart trunk comes standard. If I stand about 3 seconds there, have the key fob in, it will come open. Now, the lid is spring operated, is not power operated, but there is a ton of room in here. I did a Costco run, so it passes the Costco test. I put a 13 by 13 canopy tent in here, as well as all my groceries. So lots of room. You have two pull handles on either side to fold those rear seats down if you want a pass-through to put more things in. One thing I have to mention though, there is no grab handle on the inside of this deck lid. Yes, it is finished, but yeah, no grab handle. All they'd have to do is just put a piece of plastic and just screw it on there so you can grab something, but nothing. So you have to grab the actual trunk lid itself. Your hands are gonna get dirty if your vehicle is dirty. Also, if you don't wanna use a smart trunk or you have it deactivated, the release is cleverly hidden right under the Hyundai logo right there. So a little press there, up it comes. Let's have a look inside. The interior of the N Line is very well equipped with a lot of N-specific items, starting from the seats. These are combo seats or hybrid seats. They are leather and cloth. I like the cloth though. It looks kind of like a mesh material. It's silver, looks like a wire material. Looks really good, and you have the embroidered N on that. Also N-specific, you have a leather wrapped steering wheel. It's heated as well. You have the N on there. You have a leather N shifter and lots of red accents throughout the cabin. Up front, you have a 4.2-inch digital display. Now, the Ultimate, you can get a 10.25-inch, a large kind of widescreen digital cluster. You can't get that on the N Line. And this one comes standard with an 8-inch display system for the center. And on the Ultimate, you can get the 10.25-inch screen. But plenty big. It does come with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto standard, and it's also wireless. Below that, you have dual zone climate control. You have two USBs and wireless charging. This one also has a standard power sunroof, aluminum pedals, and a Bose audio system. Let's go for a drive. Wow, has the weather changed here, which is not surprising on the West Coast, but oh man, it was sunny earlier, and then we just had like monsoon rain. There are puddles everywhere. It's okay, we're nice and dry and warm inside the new N Line. So, biggest difference Yes, the exterior is different, but what's powering this, the handling, everything is completely different on this N Line, which is nice. This is not just a cosmetic upgrade. So under the hood of this, you get a 1.6 liter turbocharged engine, and compared to the regular non-N Elantra, that is a 2 liter 4-cylinder. That one puts out 147 horsepower and 132 pound-feet of torque. This turbocharged engine puts out 201 horsepower and 195 pound-feet of torque. That is a marked difference for sure. But it doesn't just stop there. The power delivery is also vastly different. This uses a 7-speed dual clutch transmission, whereas the standard Elantra uses an IVT, their intelligent variable transmission. Essentially, it's like a CVT, unless you get the base trim Elantra, they're essential, where that comes standard with a 6-speed manual transmission. This DCT makes the drive so much more engaging compared to the standard Elantra for sure. You do have a sport mode. You can just slap it to the left right there. It'll hold the gears longer. You have paddle shifters behind the steering wheel. Now, with some spirited driving, it is really nice to be able to control your own gears when they're going to shift up or down. It isn't as quick as some dual clutch transmissions that I've driven, but it is definitely way, way better than the regular Elantra. Brake-wise, you're running the same brakes as the standard Elantra, but then for handling, it's also different as well. You have a thicker front stabilizer bar. Your steering is different. It's been tweaked. So the motor-driven electric power steering, the ratios are quicker. Even the turning radius is a little bit shorter, making it a lot more nimble to drive. There is a large drive mode button to the left. We can't miss that. If we hit that there, we got to be in D mode, and we can go sport or smart. We can put that transmission even into S mode as well to give us the maximum amount of engagement. And now it really, really livens things up. It was really good before, but now there's a little bit of a lag off the line, but once you get those revs up, it just pulls very good. Now here's a big difference again. Yes, this whole theme is big differences with this N Line. It's what's happening behind us. So we can do some twisties here. That rear end feels so good. Hear the traction control a little bit here. It's very, very wet. So you have rear independent suspension on the N Line opposed to just torsion beam on the regular Elantra. So far, this sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Now I mentioned this is the Elantra to get, and I really do mean it. Of course, if you want something definitely value driven, you're really on a tighter budget, then yeah, you can still go with that Elantra Essential, and you're going to get a lot of value with that vehicle. However, if you are looking for a higher trim level Elantra, let's say like the Ultimate for instance, this prices out almost the exact same price as the Ultimate. The Ultimate, you are getting a full leather interior, and you can get the tech package and get those massive screens, dual massive screens. You can't get that on this N Line, but everything else is so much better on this vehicle, in my opinion. Let's just say, if you were to compare this with the base trim, which comes in at just under $18,000, this one comes in at around $27,000. So for under $10,000, you are getting yourself a turbocharged engine with over 50 horsepower more. You're getting independent rear suspension. You're getting a 7-speed dual clutch transmission, 18-inch wheels compared to 15-inch wheels, the sport seats, all the goodness of a top-of-the-line Elantra, the sunroof, the Bose audio system. You get all that for under $10,000. If you were to buy a base trim Elantra and wanted to soup it up yourself, there's no way you could do that for under 10 grand. So if you are looking for something that's more engaging to drive than the standard Elantra, and you have a few extra bucks in your pocket, I really would spend the money for this N Line. Now, if you want something even more, or perhaps with a manual transmission, then you may have to wait for the actual Elantra N. And when that comes out, I'm pretty sure, I'm guaranteeing that will come with a manual transmission. It'll have more power, and that is for the people that want maximum performance out of their compact car. There are a couple of features on the Hyundai products that I do really enjoy. One of them is their lane following assist. So if we actually activate that on the steering wheel, we'll see the little green steering wheel icon come up, and this will essentially keep you in the lane. It'll steer the vehicle for you, just like this. So what's different about this is a lot of other vehicles, for this system to work, you have to actually be in cruise control. Right now, I'm controlling the accelerator, I'm controlling the brake, and it is just actually centering the vehicle nicely for me. And also on some of the latest Hyundai products that I have driven, they have this sensor, and it'll let you know if the vehicle in front of you has started pulling away and you're actually sitting there. Maybe you're daydreaming or you're a little bit slow. It'll actually beep and tell you that the lead vehicle has left already. You know what? It's a nice feature. I wish everyone had that, so you're not sitting there honking at the person in front of you. Okay, I'm out of light right now. Let's see if it works. Okay, so I am stopped. There's a vehicle in front of me. Now, when the light turns green, I am not gonna go. Here we go. There it is. Leading vehicle is driving away. I like it. That's our look at the Elantra N Line. If you're in the market for a compact car and you want a high degree of fun factor, do yourself a favor, take one of these for a test drive. I think they offer quite a bit of value, and once again, they are a lot of fun to drive. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure stay safe and stay dry.